Hey!
We're
live!
Oh my gosh!
Cheers, ladies, to our first Gossip Girls Go Live.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited.
So excited! I can't believe this.
So nervous. We have no idea what we're going to talk about.
No, this is our first one, so bear with us. We do have 3 things happening right now, so we're all posting on each other's pages. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. So we have all been in business together for, well, me and you got in at around the same time, didn't we? Both in May.
Yep.
This little marketing maven here,
Angel.
she brought us all together. So yay, Keegan.
Let's all introduce ourselves since we're all going live on other pages.
Yes, let's do that.
So, I am Keegan Page. I am the mindset and marketing maven. I started working online literally a year ago, like today. So that is freaking cool. It's been 1 year, and I met these 2 ladies doing the same thing, and we're all best friends.
Yay!
So,
I am Ashley. I run Enriched Life by Design. I started out as a Beachbody coach, which I still kind of do on the side because fitness is my passion. I absolutely love it. But I wanted something more, and when I saw marketing maven over here, my sexy little friend, she introduced me to a life that I couldn't turn down. I had to dive in, and I have been full force ever since, and I'm not looking back. So far it's been a trip, and I have enjoyed it. It's been good.
it has.
And I'm Jessica, and I'm just here for the wine. I'm just kidding. I run Life Worth Living, and I've been doing this since May of 2018. I actually knew Keegan a little bit before joining this, but since joining, we have become besties. And Ashley's super freaking cool too. And we're all just like loving life and having a great time doing what we do.
Absolutely, 100%. I couldn't agree more. We have all just really come into our power in the last year. Well, really, it's been a year since I've been doing the online marketing thing, but it's only been since May that I've been an affiliate marketer. But the experience has been amazing. I've enjoyed every minute of it. The live events, the people I've met, it's just been fan-fucking-tastic. So I'm so excited to be here tonight. We want to talk about all the things.
Everything and anything.
No holes barred, no stone unturned. We want to talk about it all. And if you guys want to hear something specific, please post it in the comments. Let us know, and we will try to catch it and see if we have an opinion on that. Which I usually have opinions on everything. So
Everybody has opinions.
Opinions are like assholes, right?
Everyone's got one.
So, I guess to start, what should we, I don't even know where to start.
Well, why don't we start with business, since that's where we all kind of came in. Totally. So, Keegan, you have been making huge fucking strides in your business lately. Like, the change in you that I have seen just since I started is crazy. And since you got your coach and you actually started diving in, and for those of you that don't know, like, what's been happening online because you live under a rock, people are wanting their lives to be different. They're looking for that change, but a lot of people don't know how to go from point A to point B. They know they want a difference in their lives, but they don't know how to get there.
So true.
So we all learn from each other within this environment. That's what we do. And by doing that, you find this new power within yourself, and all of a sudden you can't help but regurgitate the information. Like, you have to get it back out there. You have to show other people what's going on, because this world sucks right now. Like, literally. Honestly, like, it sucks the fucking life out of you. Amen. The amount of negative energy that's on this planet, what our children are being exposed to, what our government does. Like, don't even get me started on politics. We're not even gonna go there. It just makes me want to vomit.
You and me both.
But there are people in this world who want to make a difference and who want to help other people make a difference. And if we all help each other, we're going to make that world that much better.
So
right?
true.
Yeah.
So, like, people like Keegan, she knew that she wanted to make a difference, but she didn't quite know how to start,
What
right?
to do.
What to do.
Exactly.
So, she hired someone, basically, to kick her ass into fucking gear and get things going. And she is, like, your page, just... I love it. Everything about your page is absolutely fucking epic.
It's been quite the journey for sure.
I love
it. So, like for myself, you got lots of people watching might know who I am, but I started an online business because I knew I needed to leave my job, and my job as a healthcare or massage therapist in healthcare, I couldn't do that anymore. Like that was just deteriorating my body, and I'm still experiencing pain. And I was actually able to leave my job, but I knew that there was something in me that also wanted more of a change, not just financial, not just, you know, for the money. Everybody wants money, right? But I just knew there was something uneven inside of me. There was like a disconnect of some sort of chemicals within me. I just knew that there was something wrong. So diving into this, I really started to learn more about me and about the world and about the brain, like human psychology. It's been really cool, and I'm just able to look back and be more aware of myself and other people and have better relationships and have a better understanding of so much more. So anyways, I decided to dive in. I was getting a lot of good results, and then I felt, do you know what? Why not hire a coach? I already have amazing mentors, but I'm going to hire a coach that has such a different view on things and just something new to get me I guess amped up a little bit more and up level myself that much more as well. So I hired a coach. It's been an amazing transition. I've made huge strides, and I couldn't be more thankful. So if you're looking for a difference in your life, hire a coach for sure.
Absolutely. Which I'm sure all three of us will be those eventually.
Yeah.
Being that it's 2019 now and we're all setting new goals with our New Year's resolutions, and more than just resolutions, these are life changes that we want to make. It's not just something that you're going to tap into, like, oh, I'm going to hit the gym, and then, like, 5 days in, you're like, fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore. Like, these... not me. We were just actually talking about it. But, you know, like, these are things that we want to do to change our lives, to better our lives, to better our families' lives. You know, make sure that our kids grow up in a world that we're proud of.
So true.
Because... like I said, shit's fucking falling apart, yo.
It is.
It's really sad to see, like, kids are just so, like, yes, we're on social media, and I don't think that social media is the problem. I think that it's the way that we use social media that's the problem.
Yes.
Right? Like, it's not that my kid plays video games. It's the amount of time my kid plays video games.
So true.
Like, in my house, like, I only have a 4-year-old, but he loves Disney Cars. Like, that's his favorite thing in the world. So, of course, his dad had to buy him a Disney Cars video game.
I love it.
Because that's what happens in my house. So, we set a timer. You know, Harrison doesn't get to play for more than an hour, which is still a lot of time for a 4-year-old. I think that's a lot. And a lot of people, I might get a lot of flack over this, but mommy needs her time too. And, you know, when my daughter's napping and my kid can just play video games for a little bit, it's something he really enjoys to do, but
So
you
true.
have to set limits.
There has to be a limit.
You know, like, he hears the buzzer go off and he knows, okay, that's my time. I'm done now.
Yeah.
And then he plays with his toys for a while.
I love that.
Yeah, it's great. But that hour that I get to focus on my business. I get to focus on my clients. I get to focus on my self-development, my friends. I get to have just that quiet time for myself. Because, like,
So true.
Both my kids don't nap anymore. I have one kid that naps. That's it. And she's, like, getting to the point where she doesn't want to nap anymore either.
I know.
So I'm milking it. Because
my kid doesn't nap either.
Was that not the saddest day ever when you laid him down to go for a nap and he was like, nope, not having it, mama.
Not anymore, Mom. So true. Yeah, that was like heartbreaking. And you don't even have a kid.
I was gonna say that's why you don't have kids.
Jess is the baby. I'm the oldest. I'm 30. 25.
25.
22.
22.
She's the baby. She's a baby.
She is our baby.
Yeah.
Actually, they conceived me.
It's the wine. It's the wine. Actually, it was really funny because she comes over and she brings these 3 bottles of wine and she's like, oh, I'm drinking Merlot. Have you ever tried Merlot? And I looked at her and I was like,
You're like, I'm 30.
I'm 30. Pretty much should have tried it all.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so talking about wine, I know earlier we're like, we should talk about drugs because
Yes.
that's like a big topic.
It is a big
And it's something that it's almost like so taboo because lots of drugs give us a good experience and at least we're a little bit wiser with it, but there's so many people that won't even try it, but then they won't really know what it's like. And I think it's such a cool world to try out at least. You know, of course, I'm not saying go do fucking meth right now. Like, don't do that. I've never tried it. I've heard, you know, you only need it once and then you're screwed.
Yeah.
But, like, have you girls experimented ever? Like, I know
Yes.
I've definitely experimented in my day. You know, I've had reasons, be it my mental health. I did it to escape. I had reasons just to do it for fun. I had reasons because my friends were doing it. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So,
Yeah. Well, I think as a teenager, you're in a world of discovery.
yes.
Like, you're trying to figure out who you are and you want to adult that much faster. And if any teenagers are watching this right now, which they shouldn't be because my page is only set to 21 and above.
Same.
So you're
But-
lying.
But, like, don't grow up so fast. If that's one thing that I can tell you, just enjoy the moment and live in the moment because, man, if I could go back and talk to my teenage self, I'd be like, girl, like, quit fucking worrying.
So true.
Worry
So
is
true.
such a huge waste of your
Totally.
imagination.
Yeah,
Thank
totally.
you, Matt Jang, for telling me that one day. It is just, why do we worry? There's no fucking point to it. You're
There really isn't.
wasting energy by worrying.
Yeah.
So, as a teenager, yes, there are certain things that you should be cautious about. I mean, drugs aren't what they used to be. It's not like
No.
back in the 60s and 70s, which for most of you is like, wow, that was a long time ago. But, like, drugs are different now. Everything's laced with fucking fentanyl, which is killing people right, left, and center.
Yeah.
You can't even barely trust your dope dealer anymore for marijuana. Like, it's crazy.
It's true, yeah.
So you have to be really careful, right? And I'm not saying, like, all people are out to get you or anything, but if you're going to experiment, know where you're getting your shit from because...
Test it too. You can get the
Yes,
testers
you can get the
online.
Yeah.
testers. That's
That's
right.
really good.
And actually, like, because I grew up in Salmo, BC, so if any of you know, that's where Shambhala is held.
Yeah.
I started going to that when I was 14. So, like, here I am, little Miss 14-year-old, going to this sham with, like, I don't even know, 15,000 people. Like, it was crazy. And, you know, my first year I smoked pot. Second year I dabbled in mushrooms. Third year I touched a little bit of MDMA. And I remember I took, because my boyfriend at the time he had done drugs quite a bit, actually, which, if he's listening to this, he's not going to like that I just said that. Sorry. But he was smart, and he was like, it's your first time, take half a tab. Like, don't be an idiot and take a whole tab. You're small, you've never done this before. Like, be smart, right? Don't think that you can conquer the world in 1 second, because
So
that's
true.
how you end up in the fucking hospital.
So true.
So half a tab, and even that, I went to what's called main stage, 5,000 people dancing around, and my heart rate spiked. I got really sweaty palms. I was freaking out. I started hyperventilating. I said to my girlfriends, like, I have to find a quiet space, and I need to find my boyfriend, someone to calm me down and, like, tell me that everything's going to be okay. And I remember, like, it took me a while, and him and his friend came over, and they, like, sat down with me, and they were like, you're okay. This happens sometimes. Give yourself 20 minutes. It'll be okay. And I'm not, like, condoning to go out there and do MDMA, but, I mean, chances are everyone has tried it.
Yeah, thought about it.
Or thought about trying it. And if you're going to a music festival, you're fucking doing drugs. Like, let's be realistic here.
Yeah.
Because when you're listening to for fucking like 4 days, that's the only shit that's gonna keep you sane.
I've never been to sham, and I've heard about it. I was always scared, and I've had so many friends that go, and they're like, because I was just scared about the drugs. Yeah, I dabbled in it, but I'm like, oh my god, somebody's gonna make me do heroin. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
They're like, it's not like that. It's
No.
just like
Yeah.
It's
all
pretty-
these happy,
Yeah.
like very like-minded people.
I mean, you definitely run into people that are there to just get really fucked up.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's a little disturbing for sure, to say the least. Like, I remember actually the first time I smelt heroin, and I was like, that's fucking
oh
gross.
my gosh, I've never been that close.
I've never smelled
Oh,
it.
yeah, we were walking by some guy and we were just like, oh my god, really? Like, that is fucking brutal.
Oh,
Yeah.
breaks my heart.
It does break your
Yeah.
heart, right? Because, I mean, there's no, like, people don't come back from that. I don't care who
Totally.
you are.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
at least rare if they do.
Yeah, very rare if you
And
do.
life is fucking different, I'm sure.
Oh, totally.
Like, I'm really into, for some reason right now, like Netflix, holla, but I'm really into talking about, or not talking about, watching the, like, incarcerated, so when people
Yes.
go to
Oh.
jail
Yes,
and
I
stuff.
love those.
And there's been a few episodes that I've watched where these ladies, they've, like, been in jail for, like, 60 days, they're in there for something really little, I guess,
Yeah.
and they're like, I'm gonna get out of here, I'm gonna go to rehab, I'm not gonna do meth anymore, I'm not gonna do heroin anymore. But then they, I guess, follow these people and then they find that they are still doing those drugs, they relapse and they go back to jail, and these people just are in and out and in and out and in and out of jail.
Our taxpayers' dollars.
And they get all these meals and that's another fucking story.
Mhm.
But yeah, and it's really sad. Like, I know I definitely dabbled in, like, MDMA in the past. I smoked weed before too, and I know I had a really good time, but there was one time that I did try MDMA, and I just felt like I got hit by a bus the next day.
Yeah.
I was so low, like, my
Yeah.
energy was just drained out of me, and I'm like, I'm never touching that again.
Yeah.
I did touch it maybe a year later, but that was
Yeah.
the last time.
Yeah.
But I'm so grateful that I got to experience it without any bad, I guess, I'm not obviously addicted, and, like, I didn't have, like, a really, from what I know of, I didn't have a really bad time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I got to experience it, and it's different.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't recommend everybody just diving in and doing it. You know, be with your friends, make sure you know what you're getting tested.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think there's even people can sign up for courses. This might not be for MDMA, but if somebody's overdosing, you can have this course and, like,
Yeah,
this
which
little
is super awesome to get. But I
Yeah.
don't have it, but
But you can get it for
package, which
sure.
is, like, awesome.
I think it's awesome too, yeah.
Yeah, drugs are just, they're not what they used to be. Like, you have to be so careful now.
Yeah.
And it's scary because you know, now that I'm a mom,
yeah,
knowing what I went through and then thinking, oh my god, my kids are going to do that one day? Like, are you
so
freaking
Yeah.
kidding me?
So true.
And,
So
like,
you just gotta be open about it though, right? Like my
Totally.
parents were always like, don't do drugs, and I was like, I'm gonna.
Oh,
Right?
I'm
Like I
gonna,
had no one really
exactly.
to talk about it with, right?
Yeah.
So
So true.
Yeah.
That's almost like underage drinking too. Like, I know my mom, like, I obviously did it behind my mom's back when I first started underage drinking, and she obviously knew. I'm like, how do you know? Hello, you're hungover, like, you smell like beer, yeah.
Yeah.
But she got to a point where she's like, you can, I will buy it from you, or
Yeah.
for you, and
Yeah.
I want to know where you are.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Which I really respect that. I'm not saying, yes, young kids should go drink, because it's not the best thing.
No.
But
No.
they're gonna do it
They're
anyway.
gonna do it anyway.
And then
It's
better-
like-
yeah.
It's like telling them, it's like having a swimming pool in your backyard and telling them they can't go in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to happen.
They're gonna dive off the deep end.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
100%. It's the same thing with sex. Like, when you hear about all these people that preach abstinence.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's great and all, but people have been having sex since the dawn of time, hence why we have almost like 7.5 billion people on this planet.
Yeah.
Lots
of sex.
Lots of sex. But, like, teach them, you gotta teach them safe sex too. Like,